What is up, guys? Yoshi Bomb here. And we are at Crystal Cave with my cousins and Hunter, waiting for some presentation. Say hi. Gravity Falls font. It's totally not copyright. It's a chicken. Hey, we were just there.
Company welcomes you to Crystal Cave and its 125 scenic acres. There is much history here as the caverns have been open continuously since 1871. Crystal Cave was accidentally discovered by two farmers blasting for limestone. William Merkel and John Garrett noticed an opening in the side of the steep hill. After removing some of the dirt, they ventured inside, but only for a few feet, as darkness and fear of the unknown kept them from going any further. Knowledge of the newly discovered cave spread rapidly. A group of adventurous neighbors, including John Garrett, returned to the site a few days later. They came with ropes, candles, and coal oil lanterns, and found the cave to be of considerable dimension. They would be the first people to witness the wonders of Crystal Cave and its glorious, pristine formation. Millions of sparkling crystals covered the walls and ceiling of the cave. The cave became known as Crystal Cave. It would become Pennsylvania's first crystals. This entrance will lead you deep underground. You will find
that says exit
down there, fascinating and mysterious. And so it was more than 140 years ago when men first began to explore the dark depths of Crystal Cave. In the early days, many people wondered where the passages went, but only the bravest pushed on by the dim light of tallow candles and coal oil lamps. Two curiosity seekers from Kutztown arrived on horseback to explore this natural wonder that had sat quietly for centuries. Using candles as feeble lighting, Charles Snyder and Louis Sander climbed carefully over fallen rocks a distance of 250 feet. They carved their initials and last names into the base of a formation that is called the Seal Rock. This inscription, dating 1871, is the only known etching that was made while the cave was still in its natural state. A few months later, Samuel Kohler purchased the property for $5,000. He built a wooden door to protect his cave from vandalism. Kohler then began to develop the cave for the paying public. He built wooden boardwalks, stairways, and bridges to provide safe passage for tourists. The grand illumination of Crystal Cave took place on May 25, 1872. Tourists were charged 25 cents for admission and were given a torch to carry and an extra supply of matches to keep in their pockets. As Crystal Cave's reputation grew, visitors began to travel great distances to see the cave.
Yeah, it took us 2 hours to get here. That's a great distance.
This was a comfortable way to travel as people wore their Sunday best clothing to tour Crystal Cave. This opera bus was built in 1891 in New York City and was used to carry passengers to and from the local Virginville and Kutztown train stations. In 1874, the historic inn was built attached to the original stone farmhouse. The inn's design was to give room and board to the cave's visitors who spent the night. Two cornerstones were placed at the rear corner of the hotel. For those tourists spending the night, evening entertainment included dances and hoedowns featuring live bands in the Crystal Cave Ballroom. This small wooden enclosure served as a bar and refreshment stand inside the cave. Paul Meisner drew this and 5 other pencil etchings by candlelight in 1876. When his candle went out, he spent the next several hours in darkness until his friends came to his rescue. The signature room was recently found in one of the side passageways. Between 1879 and 1918, tourists ventured off the tour path and signed their names on the ceiling and walls of this 18 by 25 foot room. As many as 85 names were discovered. Some of those names may include members of the Berks County Historical Society who visited Crystal Cave in 1906. That same day, a group of students from the Keystone State Normal School in Kutztown arrived by omnibus to tour the cave. One of the more unusual events to take place at Crystal Cave was the marriage of Marion Kurtz and Francis Finley. They were married on October 15, 1919, beside a floral decorated altar inside the cave. The pianist played the bridal chorus on a piano that was brought into the cave for the special occasion.
Nice.
Later, the invention of the automobile enabled more families to travel greater distances. This family tradition has been carried on for generations, from the time of the cave's discovery to the present day. You may be wondering, how was all of this made? Has it always been here? Does it ever change? So, geologists, those scientists who can tell us the origin, history, and structure of the Earth, began to look back through the pages of time. Back they went, looking for the very first chapter of the story of Crystal Cave. When they finally found it, they had gone back some 300 million years to a time long before man walked the Earth. During this time period, the Earth was covered by inland seas and tropical forests. Most of the state of Pennsylvania lay hidden beneath the shallow waters of the Mississippian Sea. Animal life in those days was actually found in the waterways, where it swam and crawled in great variety and number. As the centuries slowly passed, shells and ooze settled on the bottom of the sea. Mud and sand washed in from nearby shores and rivers. The layers became thicker and thicker until they gradually were cemented into solid rock. The shells and ooze became limestone. The mud became shale. And the sand became sandstone.
Obviously. Oh yeah, we about to go inside. Ooh. Look at these rocks.
Hello, people. I'm here.
Ow. Bruh, he tried to point the camera towards my face. All formations in Crystal Cave are protected by law.
Crystal Cave. My name is Alex. I'll be your tour guide for today. Before we enter the cave.
What? Oh, hello.
That's the airbag.
No, I'm talking about right next to it. Right next to it. Oh yeah, look, it's a bat.
No, I don't think so. Look at that hole.
Waiting for people.
It's a
Hey,
hole.
be careful, bro.
This goes down really far.
That's the story. They said that's the entrance, but then it's
Yeah.
the exit.
Why is there a garage door there? Is this someone's house?
Apparently somebody's house is a cave.
It's dripping.
Drip, drip.
Drip. Drop. And then I was all like, let me get it boneless.
Okay, you can stop. Exit this side.
Exit this side.
Oh, let me.
It is pretty cold.
Oh,
Whoa.
Kind of looks like
That
a
is
witch.
amazing.
Like, that's the hat, and then that's like the face and everything.
Hurry up. We don't have all day.
I swear, I'm gonna get hit in the
Don't
head
look.
by one of these rocks. Like,
Sorry. Whoa.
Alrighty, guys. Our cave here was discovered on November 12, 1871, by two farmers blasting for limestone, and they fell upon this cave. And we believe that right over here, this would have been the first formation that they would have seen. This is what we nicknamed our upside-down ice cream cone, and it is a combination of stalactite and stalagmite. A great way to remember this is a stalactite hangs tight to the ceiling, while a stalagmite you might trip over. Now to go along with our ice cream, we also have 3 flavors. Right over here in the front, we have our vanilla. This is made out of pure calcite. Over here to the side is our chocolate. This is iron oxide, more commonly known as rust. And over here in the back, and a little bit in the front, we have our mint flavor. Now the mint is not made out of rock. These are plant spores that come in from the outside on our clothing and are able to grow here because of the artificial lighting and constant dripping of the cave.
Drip.
Now if I can turn everyone's attention right up here to the ceiling.
Ooh.
Here we have our crystal cave potholes. Now if you're from the area,
They're on the ceiling.
Familiar with potholes. So this is actually one of 3 pieces of evidence we have that our cave was once submerged underwater.
Oh.
Now what geologists believe happened here is when the cave was submerged, whirlpools would swirl around in these areas, eroding away the stone, eventually creating the divots that you see here. Alright, now the last thing I'm going to show everyone in this room, you can come closer if you want to see, is adorning this entire wall. This lovely
Looks
looking
like ice,
formation
kind
is
of.
something known as flowstone. And flowstone is simply a calcite solution that flows over a wall. That's the name. But if you'll notice, this side is white and shiny, while this side is brown and bumpy. Well, this spot right here is completely eroded away. Now what actually happened here is when first tourists came into the cave, what they would do is place their hands on this spot, rubbing it. They thought this would bring them good luck along their journey. But as you can see, all it was really doing is eroding away the stone. When the oils of our hands touch the stone, the water that they need to grow and thrive can no longer reach it, and thus it dries away. Now down here along the bottom,
It was never luck. It was science!
broken off. What first tour guides actually told their guests was to break them off and bring them home as souvenirs, because they had no gift shop like we do today. Now they thought these would grow back in a few
Water.
days, kind of like icicles. But in reality, they only grow 1 cubic inch, this much, every 300 to 400 years.
Dang.
So as you can see, they've hardly made any progress at all. Now just before we continue, I'm going to point out real quick this red light. You guys will see a few of these red lights along your journey. We call them our wish you lights, because if you bump your head on the rock, you're going to wish you saw the light. So whenever you see them, watch your head.
Alright, let's go. It's a wall of what looks like ice. Woo. Oh, that's spooky. It'd be a shame if I dropped my phone down there. Danger, high voltage.
Really?
That just makes me want to touch it.
Don't.
Is this box right here? You guys, let me know in the comments if you guys can read that. In such darkness.
Well, you literally just told them what it said.
Yeah, but like if they can
If I
read
could
it.
just have everyone squeeze a tiny bit closer
Even though,
together,
like,
I
how
promise
dark
this will be the smallest room I try to drag you into.
Amazing.
Boom. That actually sounds pretty fun.
So this
Good to
is
see the adventure.
cave bacon. Is it boneless though?
No, just no. Nope. They're good.
Woo!
Mushroom.
Whoa.
This
This room is huge.
lit. It's so lit.
It's lit. It's dimly lit though.
It's family.
It's lit, fam.
It's slam lit.
Hey, look, another side passageway with very spooky light.
There's another red light. I really can't see it.
Both of these paths go up, yet this goes a few hundred feet down. This reminds me of those Minecraft caves where it's like you want to go down, but then the cave itself goes up.
It's actually dark. So no, it's dark. It's really dark. So you can
I blend in with the darkness. Woo!
It won't show.
Yeah, this is
And if it does, I'll walk it out. Shivers.
It's this.
Alrighty guys, welcome to the
Flashlight.
Crystal Ballroom. We just went from the smallest room in the cave to the second largest. This here is where all those parties and hoedowns you saw in the video actually took place. Now back then, unfortunately, there were no cement pathways. So what they had to do to cover up the mud of the cave was drag in wooden planks in from the outside and lay them down over the flooring. This was a great place to come when it was over 100 degrees outside, because they also did not have any air conditioning. And they would set up the band right over here in this back corner. We like to call it the first rock band. Right down there, where you see that red light, there would be a concession stand. They would serve some drinks on the rocks. Maybe some rock candy. I know you guys love my rocky jokes. Now I know everyone's curious about the crystals. And we have a few right over here. This is one of 2 crystals you will see here in the cave. And this is an 8-sided aragonite crystal. And aragonite can only grow when fully submerged underwater. Another piece of evidence we have that our cave was in fact once underwater. Now most of the crystals in the cave are going to be aragonite crystals. However, we have one other type of crystal in the cave, and it is all the way back over here. Covering this entire wall is our calcite crystal, and calcite, unlike aragonite, will dissolve when underwater.
This is amazing.
Here today is because of this rock overhang acting as a natural umbrella to the dripping of the cave. Now, an interesting story behind these little guys. When first explorers came into the cave, they took one look at these crystals and thought they were diamonds. They thought they were rich, but enough to farm for the rest of their lives. So what they did was
There's a bar right here.
brought it down
There's
to
a bar
local
right
jewelers,
there.
And he gave them the good news that these crystals are as valuable as common table salt. As you can imagine, they were very disappointed.
Scrubs.
This
Ooh.
red light marks a very special sub-passageway we call Devil's Den, and the bats are sleeping 80 feet to the left, so you may not be able to see them. Now the rocks do act as a soundproof barrier, so we will not be disturbing them on the tour. Now the North American brown bat is the smallest species of bat we have here in America. Its body size is only that of my thumb, and its wingspan extends from my thumb to my pinky. And at about 9 p.m., they'll fly out of here and eat their body weight in mosquitoes almost every night.
Yay.
How delicious does that sound?
Awesome.
It's not delicious, but at least we don't have mosquitoes.
That's right.
That's very true.
Right now, these little guys are also so fragile that if they were to try to bite you, and I guarantee they never would, their jaws would actually fracture or break before ever piercing the skin. They're that delicate.
They're weak.
Right now, I'm gonna make everyone feel just a tiny bit more uncomfortable. If you follow my light up here, all the way across the ceiling, and ending right down here by the light on the wall, this here is a fault line. This is part of the Blue Ridge fault line that formed when that earthquake struck us 500,000 years ago.
5.7
So we are not only in
magnitude?
the second largest room in the cave, but the weakest. If another earthquake of a magnitude 5.6 or greater were to ever occur again,
This whole place
room
will
would be the first
collapse.
to go. But don't worry, today is not the day of the earthquake. I hope. We're gonna move on now. If I could just ask that everyone stay to the left side of the stairs as we head up.
I guess you could say your jokes are a bit rough to comprehend.
No, Asian sucks.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It still kind of does look like ice.
Oh, look at that.
We passed the mushroom already.
Aiden.
That looks like ice.
It was all the way back there.
That's fenced off. Wow.
Whoa. It would be really bad if my phone fell down.
Yeah. That's why I'm gripping my phone tightly because I do not want to drop it.
Yeah. I wanted to turn on my
Not tight enough to break it, but enough so it doesn't fall. There's one of those lights. Don't hit the ceiling. It's right there.
step and walk. Or you might want to see the light.
Oh. That's a lot of water
I
here.
guess that's what she said.
Oh, the light's green here. Crystal Cave wishing well.
Oh,
If you
it looks kind of like a wooden pot.
gotta talk. Oh, there are actually coins in there.
Yeah, look at that. That's legit like a witch pot.
Look, there are coins way down there. The area goes back to being fenced off.
Betty.
You got a penny? I don't know if we're allowed to throw that in there.
Don't.
Don't, it'll be a waste of money. Don't.
Look at that water. Water. Whoa.
Look how deep that is. Aiden.
Hold tight. Yep, that's death.
That's my second season.
Yeah, you fall down there, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah, it'll be like Peter falling in a room of coins.
Okay.
He had
my bone out
of his pretty interesting. Really cringy.
Alrighty, guys. If I can turn your attention all the way over here to this far wall. This right here is an example of a column. And a column forms when a stalagmite and stalactite grow so long that they eventually form together. Now this takes hundreds of thousands of years to form, making it the oldest formation we have in the cave. It measures at 14 feet in height, and we call it a totem pole, because if you look closely, you can make out some faces on it. Now, I also have a lovely cave joke
like
for
a
you
skull.
guys from Dave from Penn's Cave.
Please no.
So if you don't like it, you can go up there and blame him.
What?
What do a stalagmite and stalactite do when they want to get together? They call them. Get it?
No,
They call them.
I don't get it.
Alright, now I'm going to turn your attention
Why?
right over here to this tiny puddle of water. Believe it or not, this is actually Crystal Cave's largest standing body of water. We call it Lake Inferior. This little guy holds about 8 gallons of liquid, and the white stuff forming around it is called rimstone. Now this rimstone is a calcite solution that will eventually completely cover Lake Inferior. Right now, right up here on the ceiling, this funny looking stalactite. This is actually something known as a halictite. And a halictite is simply a stalactite that has grown crookedly. Now scientists believe that this can happen for one of two reasons. Either A, Earth's magnetic pole tugs it in that direction, forcing its growth, or B, there was once a wind tunnel in the cave, and it pushed the water droplets to the side. So when the calcite hardened, it hardened crookedly. Now we call this little guy E.T.'s finger. You can kind of see the resemblance.
Oh.
Right now you may want to step away from that overhang to see this next formation.
Whoa.
Right up here we have what we call our sandcastle formation. And like a sandcastle, it is slowly eroding away. That's because the stalactites stripping down the water and nutrients it needs to grow are no longer there. When that earthquake struck the cave half a million years ago, it shifted the entire roof of the cave. So its stalactites are now right over here. You guys may be feeling some drips from them.
I hope not.
Alright, now at the beginning of the tour I mentioned there is no touching of any formations. However, we have one exception. And they are right under your feet. Right here we have what we call our fried egg formations. And they are simply stalagmites that have been cut away.
Fried boneless
Now,
formation.
when the cement pathways are put in, back in 1927, tour guides would trip over them. Now, I certainly don't want them to grow back, so you may touch them all you wish.
Wow. Once that light went off, my camera just
It
like
is extra slippery, so take your time and use carefully.
extras.
Be careful.
Slop. Slip. Slip, slop.
Hunter, wait up.
Be careful, be careful. No, Carter, I'm gonna
Excuse
go
me.
with you, because it
Extra boneless.
not step backwards, because there's like a big hole. Okay.
Don't look down. I'm not gonna look down.
Down.
No. Well, now I'm looking down.
God, that was extremely deep.
Oh. Oh, if you fall down there, you're dead. You're pretty much dead, or you're gonna have a lot of bones broken, so don't.
Aiden, what are you recording?
The experience.
Experiences.
And that's just the end of a bar. What's this? It's metal box.
Let's turn off the lights.
Ah. Thought it'd be something more complex, but okay.
Come back on in your son.
Stop. Wait, put the light back on it. That does look like George Washington.
Alrighty, guys. Now for the next part of our tour, I'm going to be turning out the lights. So if I can request that everyone temporarily put away any cell phones, cameras, flashlights, anything at all that gives off light.
This
Because
does-
we do want the full effect.
Wait, this doesn't have any light.
Actually, you are going to be able to see the screen as soon as it goes out.
Ah.
But if you want to turn on the recorder, that'll probably be fine.
Yes,
Now,
it's
when the
recording.
lights do go out, make sure you find a comfy place to stand and stay there, because it can be very easy to slip in the dark. And one more thing, if you wish to grab onto someone during this time, I recommend you do so now, because you have no idea how scary it is grabbing the wrong person in the dark. I'm going to give everyone an example of what it was like to give a cave tour back in the late 1800s. So going back in time, in 3, 2,
One. Stand here.
break!
Oh my god.
Only to walk through about 6 inches of mud and sludge.
Got him.
Guarantee was not your Sunday best clothing when you came out of the cave. Now each person was tied around the waist by a rope because you would have been trudging up and down rocks, kind of like the one you see behind you. There were no cement pathways, so this was the only way to reach all the way up to the top of Lookout Point. Now on top of that, your tour guide would have carried a coal oil lantern that gave off about this much light. So it was very hard to see. And because it was so hard to see, it sometimes took us 6 hours to reach back to this point. Now for all our hard work, us tour guides, our salary would have consisted only of the 3 to 5 cents we would make
It's
in
too dark.
tips if we were good.
My mom was crazy.
But let's just say for a moment,
Yo, something just hit my
maybe
head.
I'm not a very good
Something
tour
just hit my
guide.
hat.
Maybe I'm a bad tour guide.
No, you're not.
Maybe I forget my extra bottle of lantern oil, or maybe I'm a little clumsy and I drop my lantern in the muck. Now, if this happens,
It dripped
it's
onto
lights
my
out
hand.
for everyone, and you only have 2 options. Either A, you can try to crawl out of the cave on your hands and knees, feeling the rocks in front of you so you don't fall down any 20-foot drops, or B,
Or die.
you could sit and wait for help. Now, sitting and waiting doesn't sound too bad, but today we have tourists that come through once
Drift.
every hour. Back then, they only came through twice a week.
You
So if you
can't.
didn't tell anyone you were coming into the cave, you're stuck here for 3 to 4 days.
Dang.
Now in honor of those tours, we can continue our tour like this, using only my flashlight. This is a large enough group, I'll let us all vote. If you would like
Yeah.
to continue your tour in the dark, please raise your left hand.
In the dark, in the dark. In the
Oh,
dark,
yeah.
In the dark, in the
I
dark.
guess not.
In the dark.
Oh. That was really cool, though.
Alright, now the next part of our tour is optional. If any of you do not wish to climb to the top of the stairs for whatever reason, you're scared of heights, you don't feel like it.
You scared, Mom?
You may wait on the platform right down here, and we will come back for you.
Somebody just farted.
We'll come back for you. We'll come back for you too.
That was me.
Cut to when we get to the top of the stairs. Yeah, fall down there and it's over.
Yeah. Well, actually, my phone might survive.
No, I'm saying a human falls down there. You're done.
My phone might survive because of my case.
You're done. If you don't die, you're at least like 2 bones are gonna break in that fall. Yeah, you're gonna be extra boneless. So this is a dead end. Nice. Look at those ceilings.
No, Aiden, no bone less.
This is amazing. Alright, I'm gonna cut this video into 2 parts because it's gonna take up too much storage. So, stay tuned.
Stay tuned, stay boneless.
Yep, stay tuned, stay boneless. See you in part 2.